Alright, so we drafted a deck, we went for a red-green landfall, and we're going to queue up for round one, see how this goes. That was pretty fast. Using a Gideon avatar, always respectable. So, see, this is where those double-face cards come in pretty good. So this hand's slow, but I mean the Spring Mantle's going to come in pretty hard. I got to scale the heights. Could maybe ramp us. I'd like to get a smaller creature on first so I can get the counter, but I think I'll keep it. I can spend the first couple of turns using these tapped lands. Get our green down first. Maybe I'd like to hold on to that, so we'll see. We draw something low curve here. I'd like to get a 2-drop, and then I can scale the heights on turn 3. That doesn't look like that's happening. I'll play Mountain. So we're playing against Cleric's deck. Cleric's deck's probably one of the best decks in the format for limited. It's a really solid draft deck. Okay, well, I'm going to be losing the counter, but I think I need to guarantee that I get something out and get that Cleric out on the Spring Mantle. So I am going to scale the heights. Submit 0. Play an extra land. And pass. Taking some damage here, but the life gain kind of mitigates it a little bit. Opponent is thinking hard. No, they're kites out. You really don't want to be running 2 of those guys. Not that great. So we'll play the Cleric. Come down with 3 counters. Nice little 5/6. And then next turn we can kick the Scorch Rider and swing in with both. Or I could put down the Canopy Bailoff. Save the land drop. So we have the advantage here. This guy can't block, so be able to swing in with that, not have to worry about them like triple blocking it. Throw down another creature, potentially killing it. Relic Vial. Okay, well. Okay, so they're leaving themselves open. Shatterskull. Ooh. Shatterskull is going to be real good against them. I'm going to throw down the Bailoff. Not going to play a land this turn. Swing in. End turn. So, depending on what they do. So again, the Shade can't block. So if they swing with both their Clerics again, and leave themselves open, play a land, kick the Scorch Rider, and swing in with everything. If they don't and they keep stuff back, or if they play some more creatures, play a land, Shatterskull smashing their blockers. That's pretty good. I mean, I'm gonna have to sacrifice the Bailoff, and the Cleric's the same size as the Bailoff with the trigger, so they're gonna gain a life off of that. They're gonna swing with everything. Okay. It's starting to get hurt here a bit. I'm still gonna go for the face, because I think I'm going to be able to outrace them, since they're going to be taking 9 here. I got to be careful though about the Relic Vial, because that's damage. It's 1 point of damage, 1 point of life gain for them. So even though I can blow stuff up, Gotta be sure I don't kill myself in the process. Ideally, maybe they'll swing with two things, only keep one thing back, thinking they can, chump block. Oh, that's a problem. So let's see. So that means each of these becomes 2 now. Okay. Okay, so here is the problem. Could Shatterskull smashing their 2 guys? I get drained for 1 each, they gain a life, I get drained for 2 more. They put me at 1. But in response, they could use the Relic Vial to sacrifice something, I'll get hit for 2, and they're going to kill me. So I could play 5, 6. I'm gonna get. Alright, I'm gonna play the Ascetic. Gain some life. And then swing. They gotta block at least one of these. I think I may have messed up. Had I played one of those earlier, had I played the Shatterskull earlier, I couldn't play it untapped and take 3. That would have basically just killed me. I might have been able to. Well, I still would have been 1 short for the Fury. So yeah, they're gonna sacrifice that, draw a card, drain me for 1, gain 1, then drain me for another. Take 4. End turn. Let's see, I think actually they swing out with everything. I mean, they swing out with everything and block the Blight Priest, and then that kind of. I mean, they have potentially 4 damage from creatures since I can only block 2, or since I can only block 1. Okay, that's gonna kill me. Oh, I thought I should have sacked this Disciple, because then they could have attacked in with the other stuff. They should have sacked the Disciple, then they could have attacked with all 3. I would have blocked 1, taken 4. I'm gonna win this because my opponent messed up. I think they can hold back and not have to worry about damage because they block stuff and I'll die, but they don't know about the Fury. Oh, that's perfect. Now they can't. They used all their mana, so now they can't activate the Relic Vial. So we just Fury. Target them. Sack that. Okay, so I only won that game because my opponent made a mistake. They should have sacrificed the Demonic Disciple and attacked. So I haven't played Limited in a while, so I'm stuck on Bronze 2. But yeah, we'll take the win. I mean, I think I made a couple play errors there too, but going to round 2. So I had my mana base you know, it seems like I got a lot of lands. But I didn't feel I was flooded either, since those double face cards, you know, I could cast them as spells if I needed to. Well, no red, but all my red stuff's, I mean, I got a double red, but all of it's late game. This stalls up the game, and we're gonna get our Spring Mantle again. I was down on that card earlier, but it did some work. So, I'll keep that. That might be a mistake. But, you know, got the Nectopod to start things off. Let's start with the forest there. On the pod, so we're going to at least gain 2 life off the pod. And this is probably a rogue's build. Rogue's really good in constructed. I don't think they're quite as good in limited. Well, I'm getting all the forests. Life, swing. They might have had a flash thing to block, but they're not in. Like there's anything with death touch and flash. See, that's the thing. A lot of pieces for rogues. Well, the one big piece, the enforcer, is from M21, so I don't have to worry about flash death touch stuff. Shadow Stinger gains death touch to end a turn. If it deals combat damage to a player, mills 3 cards. Okay, well, gain another life. I would like to start seeing some red mana. There's no point in attacking. So they could put down a rogue and then swing, in which case I don't want to block it because I don't want to lose the Nectopod to a 1/4 Death Toucher. Okay, well there's that. So I'm going to discard. Probably should just discard the Moag. I think I'm going to discard the Hellion. I got to discard 2. Yeah, then I got to discard those 2, and that sucks. Ah, and there's our enabler. Yeah, I mean, the Hellion's not that great right now, and we're at the point where we need 2 mountains for Moag, so yeah, I lose my guy and mill. Throw down the cleric. It's going to come in with 2 counters, but it's big enough to kill that. Yeah, but there probably looks like they're going to have removal because they're targeting my guy. Maybe they're just reading them. So really don't want to block a 1/4 with my big cleric there. Lose it to death touch. But I'm not going to be able to swing in because that thing also is. Well, they'll have to tap it if they want to give that death touch. They'll have to tap it. And they're just going to leave everything open. I'm going to play my own death toucher. And we're going to see some work from this kite sail here. Play the death toucher first. I thought maybe they might have some removal. I figured I could bait it out of them. Put the kite sail down. They got a piece of removal. Now's the time. And end the turn. So even with the stuff they've milled, I'm only one red mana source. So Well, they don't get anything from the predation, because that costs less than 3. Even if they did get it, not that concerned, since I can't cast it at the moment. You know, I get a red source, I can kill their Skulker. It'd be nice. Or just go to the face. If they swing with anything, I'm going to block with a Death Toucher. Yeah, I don't feel like filling cards. They can have a 2. See now. Oh, but that doesn't have Death Touch anymore. So that is an instant. I could wait. I don't think it's worth playing it as a land. If they play a rogue before the rogue hits the battlefield in response, I might fight the Skulker. We'll see. Otherwise, I'll just keep going here because I'm going to win this race. See, and that's where these are really useful because see, so there's a dead land draw, but that could have been a land draw, and it's not dead. So let's keep going here. Maybe I'll get a red source. I got 6 mana on the board. If I get a red source, that means I can just kick the Royal Eruption and just go straight to the face. And just take the 2. There we go. Play land. Okay, we'll just pass then. Royal Eruptions. Oh, it's a sorcery. I made a mistake there. Still got the instant. Can still fight. Still don't want to fight a 2/2, even though it doesn't have Death Touch right now. Still would rather wait to see if they have something else that comes down. I think I'm just going to throw the Taunting down to throw a body on the field. If I had a bigger board, the kicker would matter, but I don't at the moment. They probably have Counterspell. Probably an Anticognition, yep. So, yeah, that just gets hard countered, and then they get to scry. Okay, so let's see where they're going here. Still my end step. Draw one of their scry cards. Okay, so they got a Wind Rider. So they got a blocker in the air. Let's see if they play anything else. A swing. So I mean their plan is to block and then draw the card, but I have the ambush. So Cleric will fight the Rider. They'll sack it to draw a card. Okay. So no fighting occurs. Go to combat. They tap down my guy again. Now they dual list. So they make it a little smaller. Okay, so they're not in lethal range now because of that dual list. So I'm going to play the Lagak and the turn. If they were at 5, I would have just Royal Eruption, but I ran the risk of them maybe having a counterspell. But I mean, the most common counterspell is Anti-Cognition in the set, and it only hits creatures. Creatures or planeswalkers. Yeah. There's Negate in the set, but most people don't mainboard Negate. And this is best of one, so. So, I mean, if the Legak survives, if they attack, I'm not going to block with the Legak because it's a Death Toucher. The Legak survives. I play a land, I draw a land, and then Royal Eruption to the face. Now, yeah, I think even if they attack, I'm still not going to block. They got one card left. They could have a piece of removal. You can always give the Legak flying if they kill off the Cleric. And then I can't kick the Royal Eruption, but I only need to get 3 points of damage out of it. So, oh. Well, now they just die. Right? They gave me the old good game. Yeah, their only piece of removal killed them. So we'll take that win. So, 2-0 going on to game 3. Alright, game 3. Whole bunch of green mana sources with a bunch of red cards, so that's definitely not a keep. That's not terrible. I mean, I got my mana spread. I got a 1-drop Death Toucher. Keep 6. I'm not sure what to draw. You know what? I'm going to take a risk. I think I'm just going to drop a land. I mean, that makes it so I can't cast the Baloth, but I really don't want to toss the Spring Mantle, especially when I got all my mana. So there's a lot of land in the deck, so we'll take a risk there. Alright, play a land with Death Toucher. We drew another 4-drop. Opponent's on a mono green plan at the moment. Not sure what that means, but well, we're getting some more land. That's good. So we'll at least be able to throw down these 4-drops. Probably play the Baloth first because it hits. Oh, they're doing landfall deck too. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, so every time they landfall, it gets bigger and can't be blocked by power 2 or less. So they really didn't even need that kite sail there. We'll swing in for 1. I need a piece of removal for that. Okay, so I think I'm going to put the Rebel Fort down. It has reach. It still can't block that because of the power 2 or less, but it gives all my other stuff haste. So, you know, I start hitting with that Spring Mantle right away. You know, I could have thrown down the Baloth and swung with it right away. I mean, you know, been able to swing with it on the next turn and gotten the landfall trigger off of it, but I think long run this is better. I think this will help me race. So we'll throw that down. Auto pay. Swing. And that gets us a little more closer to even. Stomper, so return 2 lands. So they're going to be guaranteed some landfall triggers in the future. So, I'll play that. Play a land. No, I would like to fling. Swing. That's going to force them to block. Because that's lethal. So I got to block something. I would have blocked the cleric, because again, the Baloth is, the Baloth is bigger than the cleric by a point if I have a land. Horn Beetle. Okay, so oh, I can just burn them out. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, don't have enough. So we'll play the Gak. Swing with everything. They might block the Lagak with the Horn Beetle, thinking they're going to keep the Beetle, and then chump block. Well, they can do that. And then 3 to the face. And that was game 3. Alright, so that's 3-0, and we're going to take a little break here.